Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Plan It Till You Make It. All right, y'all, let's plan for the third week. Well, let's review our goals for the third week of August. All right, let's review these goals. Let's see how we did last week. Last week was horrible. I already know. It was horrible. Let's see. One time. I don't exercise on the weekends. I didn't post any content like I was supposed to. I don't think I did any of that. Okay. All right. Yeah, there's a lot I didn't do last week. Like I said in my previous video when I was filming the plan with me, I think my body is in shock because of all the transitions is going through. I went back to school, and so I'm doing an accelerated program for a master's degree. We have homework due every week. We have quizzes. So I'm still trying to get a hang of that. I still haven't reviewed my syllabus like I was supposed to, which was this was my goal. I've added all of my homework to my calendar, to my personal calendar, so they're all merged and I know when something is due. But as far as sitting down and reading the material and being ready for my quizzes, I haven't been doing that. And I got a jump scare last time because an assignment was due. And I was like, oh dang. It was like 10:30ish and it was due at 11:59. So there was no way I was going to be able to do it and do it well. And thankfully, the professor moved the assignment to Wednesday. So I have a little bit more time. So now I think moving forward, what I need to do, which I'm probably going to put in my reflection, there's a lot of adjustments I think I'm gonna need to do as far as my goals are concerned for this month and the upcoming months and the upcoming quarter. So we'll see what happens. I did not order my desk. I know what I want. At least I know that part. I know what I want. I'll try to enter the picture. I think I put a picture when I set up my goal for the second week of August. But I'll enter the picture anyway of what I want. My brother and I, we've been looking at some options and he's probably going to work on that. But I think if I order the wood, and then I'm going to get off this tangent, it looks like what we're going to do is we're going to order like a countertop. I think it's supposed to be a countertop. We're going to order it on from Home Depot. That way it could be the size that I need it to be. And then I'm going to order those IKEA drawers, either that or maybe do something close to that. I'm gonna order those, and then we're just going to, and I'm also gonna order the parts of the stained desk that makes it go up and down. We're gonna order those. I'll have them come over, drill it down to the wood, and then place them on the IKEA drawer. That was a whole lot, but that's my plan. But all in all, I did not order the desk. I did not review my homework. I did reach out to one person for the people I've been praying for. She hasn't answered back. So I think this week I'm going to reach out to a different person just to check on them and see how they're doing. There's one person on my well, her brother is on my prayer list. I haven't spoken to that girl since 2020. So that ought to be interesting. She's probably gonna be like, oh, why are you randomly reaching out to me? Because I've been praying for you. Anyway, so week 2. I'm giving myself a score 3. I got a 3 out of 6. I only accomplished 3 of my goals. And what happened? I think I'm gonna go with this tumble one. So what happened? One thing I've noticed that's been happening with my goals is that I've been busy, but I feel like I haven't been accomplishing much. I think I need to be more intentional with my deadlines. This is what I believe happened, and I think I kind of said it in the beginning. It's the transition happening, so much going on at once, and I think I froze. I like when transitions happen when I'm changing quarters, when I'm going from one quarter to another quarter. But this happening in the middle of the month, even though I knew I was planning to go back to school, I did plan that for the quarter, but I did not take into account that it was going to require so much adjusting. I knew it would require adjusting, but what I realized is that I have to actually sit down and write down everything I need to do because right now I'm balancing the business. 2026 plan release is coming up. I'm balancing the business, I'm balancing school, and I still have a life outside of school in the business. So trying to balance all of those things that's going on and still prioritizing my rest has been quite difficult. So lately, I find that I've been neglecting my sleep. I sit behind my desk for so long and I realize I'm not resting. So I've been prioritizing my rest. Now, what I need to do is prioritizing my rest while at the same time getting things done. That was a whole lot, but that's where I'm at now. I have to create a system. I think that's what I'm going to do moving forward. But what happened? Felt overwhelmed. I'll just put that. That's what happened. I felt overwhelmed having to do so much. So now moving into next week, be more, I would say, intentional about to-do list and deadlines. That's what I need to do moving forward. Create new system. All right, that's what I need to do. And I'm actually also going to add that to my to-do list for the week. And let's review our goals for the month. Let's see. I did set specific time to pray. I have been checking on people, so I have to continue doing that. I have been saving $25. The bag is still not on sale. I haven't reviewed my syllabus I did set up the dates, the work due dates on my calendar. I do need to add it to the planner. Student orientation. So I'm thinking for study days, I think my study days, I'm gonna make it probably Friday and Saturday. The reason is because I have class on Saturday, so my mind will already be on school. And in addition to that, my quizzes are normally due on Friday nights. So far, I'm going to stick to only 2 days for school to focus on school, to read, study, and do my quizzes. And if more days are needed, I'm going to add more days. But now I still want to use 4 days to focus on the business. So that's the most important. Well, not that school is not important, but I'm really running on a deadline from planners. So that's what I'm going to focus on. So now I know what I'm doing for the desk. I think I need to figure out a chair. If you guys have any good suggestions for a good chair that's not too expensive, let's put the budget at 300. Let's put the budget at 300. I want a good, comfortable office chair because y'all, I sit at my desk all day. I really do. I really do. I'm here all day. I take a break for lunch. I take a break to pray. I take a break to do other things, but I come right back to my desk. So I need a chair that's very comfortable. So if you guys have any suggestions, you can drop it in the comments. I did place a simple order for the planners. Another thing I'm thinking, y'all, I did place an order for a disc planner, but I'm also thinking of also making spiral bound planners. Y'all let me know in the comments, but I think it might be important to implement that. I'm going to ask her for a sample for that because I think not everyone is into the disc system. And some people don't care for the idea of removing pages and adding pages in their planners. So for 2026, I want to introduce the spiral bound. So y'all put it in the comments and let me know if something you'll be interested in. I'm going to ask her for a sample regardless so I could see how they do it. And I'm going to add it to our 2026 release to give you guys some options. I already know what new items I'm going to add to the shop. I already have a list of everything I'm releasing for 2026. Okay. So I want to add this. It's two things I want to add the business because the business is kind of tying into my finances. My finances mostly was focusing on from the previous quarter was getting rid of my debts. So I've already done that. All of my debts by the grace of God have been taken care of. So the only debt I have right now are my student loans, and those are going to take more time to pay off. So my focus is now on my debts right now. My focus mostly is monetizing my business and monetizing platforms that are connected to my business. I think what I want to do now is start implementing more face content. I did mention that to you guys. I'll see if I could add that for this week. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. I'm camera shy. I'm camera shy. So I might do that for this week. Okay. So let's plan for our goals for the week. My first goal, check on one person on list. Number 2, for self-care, save $25 for purse. Number 3, complete school to-do list. So I have a list of things I need to do for the class, and that's what I need to make sure I have completed by the end of the week. For adulting, order parts for desk. I think that's what I'm going to do. Order parts for desk. And for the business, start cover designs. And then finally, for number 6, business homework. Things we're tracking this week: quiet time, of course, exercise, intercede, content, planner. I'll just leave it at planner, school, tasks. And then finally, I've been tracking my reading. I don't know, I might take a break from reading because I want to focus on school. So my personal growth goal now is to work on is school. So I don't think I'm going to be tracking reading as much. And then finally, yeah, moisturize hair. Yes, I track. I think I'm also going to start more tracking when I actually moisturize my hair because I forget. I forget to moisturize my hair. So my goal for Monday, which is today, I'll just pay as save $25. Goal for Tuesday, I'm going to review class syllabus. I'll put syllabi because I have to review two syllabuses, two syllabi, two syllabi. So goal for Wednesday, I want to reach out to classmates regarding homework. Homework. Goal for Thursday, finalize design concept. Goal for Friday, I want to check on one person on prayer list. And then finally for Saturday, buy desk parts. That's what it's looking like. All right, y'all. This is what it's looking like so far for the week. Anything else needs to be added, I'll be sure to let you guys will be able to see it. That is it. If you guys have any questions, drop it in the comment section. I see people are still ordering planners. I just want to let you all know the planner that's on the website is this planner, and that's a 2025 planner. I left it open in case you guys still want to try the planner for 2025, in case it's something you want to purchase in 2026. Of course, now it's on clearance, but it will be full price for 2026. So I would advise you buy it in case you want to try it out just to see if it's something you would like to use in 2026. Otherwise, just letting you guys know, it is on clearance. It's only how many months? September, October, November, December. So it's only 4 months left. If you're buying the planner, please keep that in mind. Okay. And that's it. That's my announcement for today. If you guys have any questions, please drop it in the comment section. And that is it. Bye.